Well, hey there, y'all. It's Miss May Rose back again. And I said I might bring a friend with me, right? And as it turns out, I got my good friend Larissa.
Hello.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm just so excited. And I'm just so excited to introduce Larissa, right? We were just talking, and let me just say that Larissa is literally a living personification of Black excellence, right?
Well,
She is incredibly smart and insightful, right? Leans into her intuition, right? And sees, right? She has eyes that see, right? But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to back it up a little bit, right? Because there's something I forgot to mention. Big love, big love, big love, right? Don't love little, because that won't work. Love big. Here. All right, so I got that out of the way. And Larissa loves big, y'all.
I do. I love
Larissa
big.
loves big.
I go big. Go big or go home.
Go big or go home, right?
Because we love big.
Because we love big. Because that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You know, in previous conversations, right, I was talking about how we, right, both girls like me, right, Black girls or Black women of the transgender experience, and cisgender women, it's time for us to come together, y'all. It is time, right? It is time. And this is an example of that, right? Because not only is Larissa my friend, right, but she's also an ally, right? She's also a person that does not discount, right, my experience. And in like fashion, right, like I understand, right, that Larissa is having an experience as a cisgender woman. I'm a woman, right? And pieces of which I don't understand, right? But I can allow Larissa, right, to be Larissa so that I can learn, right? So that I can accept that big love, right? So that I can grow, right? And in like fashion, right? Okay, I'm gonna say this, right? I believe Larissa has the same experience, or at least her version of that. What you think?
I believe so. I believe that we're speaking about fashion. Mm-hmm. We're speaking on fashion.
Fashion, whatever it is.
Yeah. So on fashion, I believe that we both have that eye, right?
Yeah.
And we both have that eye to look, right? Yeah. And you just can look at something and say, okay, I'll put that both together, right? And you look great in it, right?
Thank you.
Today is my off day, right, guys? I'm casually dressed.
Hey, cute don't have a template, right? Or if they do, there are myriad. Yeah.
Right. But in big love, right? Big love.
Big love.
Big love.
Big love.
You have to learn how to love yourself.
You gotta learn.
And you have to learn how a t-shirt and some shorts is okay because I love me. So I'm big love, right? Big love is so many things. I love that name. I love that you said big love. Because it covers a whole bunch of things, right?
Because let's be clear, right? A little bit of love is not going to get it.
No.
Right? And when I said in a previous conversation, right? Don't give me a taste. Give me a plate.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're going to give somebody something to eat, don't give them a taste. Give them a plate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And let me tell you this, right? You heal. Or you hear me? You heal when you love big, right? Because here's another thing that's been previously stated, right? Expect it. Not from a particular person, but just expect it to come, right? Just expect it to come, and it will. And let's just be clear, right? Even with big love flowing through our lives, we still go through shit, right? But that's why we need that big love, right? And the last podcast, right? I was really sad, right? And I was really angry, and I expressed that, right? Y'all know I messed it up on YouTube, and they all out of order, and I deleted part of it, but there was still quite a few nuggets in there. And if you didn't see it, please go see it, right? And if you see some other stuff you didn't see yet, to see that too, right? But we need that,
Yes.
right?
Definitely.
You know, I'm gonna recap a little bit, right? Because this employer, right, this organization, right, has really been putting me through it, right? Emotionally, mentally, right? Places where it hurts the most, right? But you know, physical pain will fade, right? But mental, emotional pain, not so cool, right? It's a lot more long lasting, right? In my opinion, right? In my own opinion, right? It's just how I feel about it, right? Based on my own
But it's actually a
opinion,
good
own
opinion,
life.
right?
Mhm.
Because it actually happens.
Because
So you're right.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
right.
yeah,
I totally agree.
yeah. And you know what? This relationship is also an example, right, of how the cis and trans relationship can be really beautiful, right, and how it should occur, right, because ultimately we are two feminine beings, right, two feminine presenting beings, right, living in our own pieces of versions of that goddess energy, right? And we can make shit happen here because not only is she my friend, right? Not only is she my ally, right? But Larissa's been my coworker, right? Like I've had the pleasure, right? I've had the enriching, the evolving pleasure, right, of working with this incredible individual, with this incredible goddess, right? This queen, right? And from day one, this queen, right, honored this queen, right, respectfully, right, warmly, authentically, right? And that.
Because I see you for you, right? I have the universe, or who I call God, right? He's given me a power to see inside.
Yes, yes,
right?
yes.
I seen a woman on the outside.
I know that's right.
Because your inside matched your outside. Yeah.
Because then we talk about authenticity a couple meetings ago, I think, right? Right? Because what had to happen is the outside had to start to match the inside,
Absolutely.
right? So that it could stay. Because you know what? Let me tell you this, right? This thing going on with this organization, this employer, right? I wouldn't be able to be as strong as I am, right? As solid as I am, if I had not stepped into my being, my authentic self.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Being my authentic, this is who I've always been, self.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So let me be clear, right? For any of you who are struggling, know that the struggle is real and you are not alone.
No.
You are not alone. You are not alone, right? And I'm sending big love your way, period, and right now, right? Period, and right now, right? You be you. However that's going to look for you, right? And you take those steps the way you need to take those steps here. Because I'm going to share with you that Nay had emerged in the house, right? Oh, honey, I would go to work one way, and I would come home. Oh, and Nay would make a present here. She would make that present known in the house, though, right? One day, Nay said, all right, you're going to put some lashes on, you're going to do something, but you're going to start to show the world me, right? Listen to that goddess, right? Listen to that queen, because she's not going to set you up. She's not. She's not. She's not. She's not. And some folks are not going to understand. And it is not their, that is not, better yet, that is none of your concern, right? That is none of your concern, right? You just stay safe, right? And you do this how you need to do this, right?
That's right.
You honor you, right? You take those steps that you need to take. Because let me tell you what this is. Let me tell you what that is. That is you big loving yourself. Yeah.
That's right.
And we talked about respect, right, in a previous
That's a
conversation,
good one.
right?
That's a good one.
And we talked about how respect has to come from self, first and foremost. First and foremost, right? And why? Why is that? Yeah? Because I feel myself going on. When I learn to love myself, I know what it should look like coming from out there to in here, right? And like fashion, when I learn to respect myself, right? When I understand that I deserve my respect first and foremost,
Right.
and I rest in that, right? I let that grow in me. I then know what that respect should look like
Yeah.
from the outside coming in, right? And Miss Nay Rose supports you, right? And whether we meet or whether we never meet, right? I respect you in this moment, right? I respect that you have gone through a series of events that you know as your life. And I honor and I respect that because the shit ain't easy, yeah? The shit is not easy,
It's not.
yeah?
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
And it's not. And as I want to say, from one sister to another, big love, right? Big love.
Big love.
Because Nay has taught me a lot. And I hope I feel her.
Oh, she playing, y'all. She
Because
playing.
sisters, that's what we are.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
And
We uphold and we uplift.
and know that. Like Nay says, come into your truth, walk into your truth. As long as it's your truth, no one else's.
No. Because as you do, right, it will evolve on its own, right? It will evolve on its own. You're just driving a car, right?
Yeah.
You're just driving a car. And it's pretty much on autopilot, right?
Yeah.
You just got to sit there and let it unfold, right? You want to put some lashes on one day, baby, put them on and hit it. Put them on and hit it, right? And if you feel some kind of way, put some shades on top, right? And every now and again, take them shades off and let them girls fly,
Yeah.
right? Or whatever it might look like for you, right? But love you, right? Because there ain't nothing wrong. There ain't nothing wrong, right? With saying, I am a feminine being, right? I live in, right, feminine energy, right? Because let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you something. It was the masculine energy that made the deposit, but it was the feminine energy that delivered you.
Say that.
I'm gonna say it again. Y'all know I like to repeat shit. I
Say that.
like to parrot shit, right?
Say that.
It was the masculine energy
Mm-hmm.
that deposited you,
Mm.
right? But it was the feminine energy that delivered you,
And that says,
that nurtured you.
and that does.
Before you even saw the light of day,
Ooh, that's good.
right? Before you saw your mother, right? Right? The first goddess of your life. Here,
Wow.
the first goddess of your life.
Wow.
Right? Whether you have a relationship with her or not, right? That womb that you emerged from, right? No matter what your experience is today, in this moment, right? That womb you were in, upon deposit, nurtured you into the world.
Yep. That's right.
And she know, because she got kids. She know, right? And it's amazing. Like, they're amazing, right? Like,
Thank you.
this is an experience I don't have, right? I don't have this experience, right?
Not yet.
I mean, they are so
She's gonna have some.
right? She tells me that,
She's
right?
gonna have some.
According to Larissa, I'm gonna get married and I'm gonna be a parent, right?
She has
And-
so much to give.
And she said that, right? So I know she believes that, right? I know she feels that. I know she knows that, right? Because she said this like multiple times, like in the time that we've known one another, right? And she said it early on. And like I said, right, this one lives and leans into, honors her intuition,
Yes,
right?
I do.
Which for me says that she lives in, leans into, and honors her goddess energy,
I do.
right? And that goddess energy is powerful,
Yes.
right? And you know, we, right, while non-traditional women, right, are women, and women live in, right, that goddess energy. We and oh, here's where else I was gonna go too, right? Feminine energy is not weak.
No. Yeah.
Feminine energy is not weak,
No.
right?
No.
Another. This is not a weak woman.
No.
Here,
Not at all.
we'll rip the
Neither
fur
is
off
she.
of it here,
Neither is she. Right?
right?
And we
And I mean, y'all look. I'm showing. Y'all know I got these little arms, right? I got these little arms, right? Looking all Angela Bassett shit. But my strength doesn't come from there, right? My personal strength does not come from my little arms, right? It comes from here, right? It comes from my goddess energy, right? And that's why it's okay for you to step into your goddess energy and let that reflect. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Hurry.
Yes. And I appreciate you for
I love
having
it.
me as a guest.
Oh my god. My first,
I
right?
appreciate it.
My
I feel
first
so
guest.
honored,
Oh,
right?
I feel so honored that you said yes.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I'll do it for you.
Right?
Because this is you.
This is
This is who you are. And the world needs to know there's someone out there to look up to that's going to help you. Right? Whatever they're going through, whatever you're experiencing, they can help you get through it. Right? Reach out. And I say it again, reach out.
Yeah. And that reminds me, y'all, do not forget to like, to share, and to comment, right? Because I want to hear from you, right? Like, I want to hear how we are landing with you, right? I want to hear your questions, right? I want to hear your complaints, right? Like, if you get on your nerves, let me know, right? Because that's not my intention. Actually, let me rephrase that, right? If I'm getting on your nerves, I might be doing something right, right? I might have struck a nerve that needed to be struck, right? I might have struck a nerve that needed to be struck. I'm just saying, all right? Because I've had nerves that needed to be struck, and I didn't like it when they were, but then because they were, right, this thing just resonated on up and out, right? But you know what? This organization, right? There's a piece of me, no matter what I'm going through, right? No matter the situation, right? There's a piece of me that says it's because it wasn't the final destination, right? It's because, right? It's because it was a portal, right? It's happening because you are a bitch that will get stuck here. You will get stuck. This bitch, not you, this bitch will get stuck. Because I like these routines. I like shit simple. I like to know, right? I like to know. The only thing that I want to not necessarily know about is what to put on, right? Because I like to choose in the morning. Yeah, right? I'm cute today too, y'all.
It's she. She's cute every day. I don't know why she said that. Beautiful.
The head wrap is popping. Damn. I love it.
Gorgeous.
Right. And y'all know, off topic, right? The head wrap really started because waves was so fucking hot, right? And I needed something that just was going to be cool, right? Because this is a lot of work, right? Because I'm still early in transitioning, right? So there are certain changes, right? While it is changing, right? There are certain changes that haven't quite taken, punched all the way out, right? And I think I mentioned last time I'm approaching 120 days of transitioning medically, right? And what a blessing. What a blessing, right? Like, there are things like, I don't know, developing, right? And I love that too. Yeah. I'm just so happy. And I think you know by now that when I get happy or feel some other strong emotion, I like to sing, yeah.
She has a
Thank
beautiful
God I
voice.
can.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
You know, I've formerly been a person that has a hard time accepting like compliments. Like I get all blushy and like, oh, that's not it. No, really stuff in it, right? And you know that girl sometimes presents, but Larissa don't say shit she don't mean, right? She don't say shit she don't mean, right? And I can't know that, right? Like I can't consciously know that, right? And attempt to dismiss things like, compliments. Plus we shouldn't, because compliments are gifts, right?
When I met you, before they fully emerged, right? I said to you, you're beautiful.
Y'all can't see, y'all can't see it, but I'm perforated right now, right? And that's how I say I got goosebumps, just in case y'all didn't pick up what I picked out right there. But again, right? This here, right? This exchange, right? Is the trans woman, cis woman, or vice versa, whatever order you want to put it in, right? It's that magic,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And that's real talk.
And that's real talk, right?
Because we need each other.
Literally took the words out of my mouth, right? And ate them up and absorbed them. Yeah, ate them up and absorbed them, right? And eat them up and absorb those words. Eat them up and absorb those words, right? And those of you girls of the trans experience and of the cis experience that are still living in a world of competing with one another, I would challenge you to stop. I would challenge you to stop. Because there ain't no such thing as better. I'm going to say that again. There ain't no such thing as my hair is better than your hair, or your ass is better than my ass. Asses are just different, babies. Asses are just different. Right? They're essentially the same thing, right? You got a couple cheeks, you got a little neck, and some other things going on, right? They all got that, right? But there ain't no ass. That's better than no ass, right? Because look, your cute qualities are your cute qualities, right? So maybe that girl got the cute ass, right? Or maybe you got these, right?
If I ain't got no butt.
I got a little butt. I got a little butt.
But I got you.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Right? And a personality to like rock them. Yeah. And a personality to motherfucking rock them. Oh, excuse my language. So, while this is still safe space, right? We are doing it in a public space.
Yeah.
And we just got waved at, right? We just got waved at.
We celebrities.
Yeah. I'm like, stop it.
Stop it. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Okay, I'm back. And y'all know I do sometimes, but I will always bring it back, right? Y'all know I will always bring it back. Sometimes I do, like, right? But I think the point of that thing that just happened, though, is in general, right? The world is ready for us, right? But we're going to have to pay for it. Why? Is you respecting you first and foremost important, right? Because collectively, it's us respecting us. I know y'all like how I do that, right? I know y'all love how I take some shit. You're like, where is this bitch going, right? And all of a sudden, I done wrapped it into a little package. Damn, that's that goddess energy.
Put a bow on.
And ain't that life? Ain't that life? Right? Because we talked about wisdoms one day, right? And how your wisdoms are developed through that series of events that is your life, right? And if you were to remove any of those events, you would thereby remove the wisdoms, right, that you would have had gained from that experience, right? Even the ugly ones, the ones you don't ever want to even think about, you wouldn't want to revisit, right? Right? Would probably pay anything to, but you gained something from that.
Yeah.
And I am absolutely, and let me just be clear, right? I am absolutely sorry that you went through that hard thing, that ugly thing, right? And understand that I resonate with you, right? Because, like I've said before, right? We've said to one another before, I don't look like what I've been through. So how can I make such a statement? Because I don't look like what I've been through.
That says a lot.
I'm just let that settle a little bit. Well, nothing, Larissa. We have a good time. We do. We have a good time, right? And we have a good time too, I think, right?
Good.
Because even the other night, and I'm telling you, right, if you didn't see the previous videos, please go see them. Right? And check out Naysay, right? Because we're going to be uploading new content for Naysay too.
Wow.
Because then you get to meet my other bestie, Big Brother Kenny, right? Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it's just really good stuff. And we have a good time, right? Because we're talking about serious stuff, right? But it ain't got to be all stuffy, right? Don't you know the best jokes you heard, right? The ones that had you rocking in your stomach, right? There was some truth in that thing, right?
A lot of her.
That's a lot of truth, right? You ever heard of Red